Welcome to Dark Sorcery. I'm Alfredo Martinez, and I have the one and only Knife Sotelo. Knife, good to have you on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Go ahead and tell me where you're from.
I'm from East LA.
Right on, man. And go ahead and tell me how your spiritual journey began.
Oh, damn. Uh, a tale as old as time, right? Basically, my sister had bought the Satanic Bible. She loved it enough, but it wasn't her style. So, like one of these days, one day, I just fucking snatched it from her room, and yeah, that's basically how it started.
Right on, man. Um, so what would you say you admire most about Satanism?
The freedom, because
Freedom.
Satanism is freedom.
Hmm. And what books would you say have inspired you to where you're at right now with spiritual books?
Books or authors?
Uh, both, I guess.
Well, fucking my best authors happen to be aside from LeVay's Crowley and Michael Margolin.
Uh, okay. Which one would you say is your favorite?
Michael Margolin. Only because he was a former Church of Satan member. I was a former Church of Satan member. He started a church called the Synagogue of Satan. Actually, that's all that right there.
Hmm.
And after I got in the boot, he managed to take me under his wing, basically.
Hmm. Yeah, I think on a spiritual path, we all need like a mentor of some kind along the way.
Yeah, I just think everyone needs something to believe in, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I understand that you've written some books on Satanism yourself.
Oh, yeah. One of them is called the Condensed Satanic Bible. It's just basically a pocket version of the Satanic Bible.
Hmm.
And when I say pocket version, literally a smaller version of Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible. But I would
Okay.
say my best book so far has gotten 5 stars on Reader's Favorite. It's called the Satanic Combat Sciences,
Mhm.
which was actually a martial art created by a Church of Satan member called John Davis.
Okay, okay. I understand that you also are into some martial arts yourself, like Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, actually, I have a professional record, 0001. So I'm basically undefeated.
Oh, sweet. Right on, man. So would you say that martial arts kind of ties in with your spirituality a lot?
Oh, big time. That's funny. I'm surprised I didn't mention Bruce Lee amongst those authors. But yeah, if you read some of his stuff, like the Tao of Jeet Kune Do, it's very much on par with Satanism.
Hmm. In what ways would you say?
Oh, you know how he says, "Be like water."
Yeah,
Like that's basically freedom right there.
exactly. Just flow. And
Mm-hmm.
then also he said something like the cup has to be a cup that's full cannot be filled or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has some great philosophy.
Hmm. Um, now you said I understand that novelist Kenneth Grant describes you as a satanic Buddhist.
Oh man, rest in peace. Hmm. Uh, yeah, because I don't know. I'm just thinking he was just racist right there, like on a funny ass level, you know, because I'm
Right.
Asian, but I have nothing to do with the Buddhist culture, nothing like that.
Okay,
Hmm.
I thought maybe there
I
was
think he
some
just called
kind
me a satanic Buddhist just because I'm like laid back. Hmm.
of. I understand you also produce and sponsor horror films.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I had just released my first directorial debut called Amityville Apartments. Yeah,
Okay,
just like maybe on February, and I even had Michael Margolin play as himself in that movie.
right on, right on. Do you admire any other spiritual practices that are
Aside
kind of
from
yeah
Satanism,
aside from Satanism, right?
oh, that's a toughie.
Hmm.
No, not really. I've always had a dislike for religion. Oh, but then again, there is the Satanic Temple. I really don't like them.
Oh, I understand. What would you say is the reason why?
Oh boy. They are kind of militant when it comes to their views on Satanism, if you haven't noticed. Like, I remember I've done some community service work with them
Mm-hmm.
on Echo Park, and yeah, like they like to antagonize so much.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like anti what Satanism is.
Yeah, oh, big
It's
time.
just
And now that they're as you can say, tax exempt, I don't know. Um,
well, do you think it's kind of ironic that some people, like, let's say they religion's pushed hard on them, and then they say they want to get away from it, but then they get so into this anti-religion that they become what they hate.
oh
Do you see that
yeah.
happening a lot?
Mm. Oh yeah, it's like a big old paradox, actually. Hmm.
Yeah.
That brings us back to the Tao. Yeah, big old paradox. Hmm.
Yeah, I see that a lot, and it's just I think maybe the key, no matter what path you're on, is to become balanced. You know?
Oh yeah, and you know what they say? Uh, every path leads to God. I don't know if that's true, but it's a nice saying.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, God, people will interpret God differently. Some
Oh
people will
yeah,
call him the creator. Some people consider balance itself God, or just doing something nice for somebody. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Everyone has their own interpretation of it. Um, but I understand you also host a weekly radio show in Los
Not
Angeles.
not so much as I did last year because work has consumed me so much.
Hmm.
When I mean work, I mean acting.
Okay, all right. Um, you've also been featured in some magazines as well.
Oh yeah. I wish I could show you one of them. It's actually hanging on my wall. It's called Music Connection magazine. That was actually the very first magazine to feature a Satanist like me on there, and
Uh-huh.
to actually describe me as Chicano rap. Even though I wasn't even really going for that
Right.
sound at the time.
All right. So would you like? Would you say like you're? You said you're Asian. Um, are like Filipino or
Yes,
because
I
you have
am.
a Spanish name? That's what I
Huh?
figured. A lot of the Filipinos have Spanish names.
Yeah, we're called the Latinos of Asia. You know.
Yeah, very much so, man. Some of y'all could pass as Hispanics, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, now, as far as LaVeyan Satanism goes, how do you view like other aspects of like other branches of Satanism? Like let's say theistic Satanism or anything other else like that.
Uh, I hope I don't get in trouble with this with my other peers, but I usually see them as psychos, you
Okay.
know, for believing in such fantasies. But
Right.
yeah, that's on them, you know.
Right. Right. I mean, some people, if they feel that's their path, that's fine. Um, but I mean, you said that a lot of it's pretty much the same for a lot of Satanists, as far as how they got into it. There has to a lot of times there's something pushed on them. They're just like, screw this, freedom. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But other people find that freedom through somewhere else. Um, what do you think of? Do you think that LaVeyan Satanism was more for something that like during LaVey's generation than now? Because a lot of the stuff that you could say that a lot of that same stuff now is a lot more accepted, but back then it was considered taboo. Would you say
Yeah.
that applies to modern day just as much?
Huh. That's actually a good question. But I would say so because there is a new whole other bunch in this generation now. A
Mm-hmm.
bunch of oddballs, you would say. But that's what LeVay always liked about Satanists. It attracted all the oddballs into that church.
It did.
Hmm?
Would you say that there's like other forms of LaVeyan Satanism rising up, but more for this generation?
Like a church that actually calls themselves Levain, or
No,
something
I mean,
similar
like,
to Levain?
okay, so what LeVay's intent was back in his day to cause change and freedom. Do you see that happening now, like in other ways and other movements? Like even if they don't call themselves Satanists, but it's like a another LeVay reincarnate, basically.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble with this.
You're good, man. Say
Charles
anything you want here.
Manson.
Okay.
Charles Manson.
Right.
Uh, there's a few of us that actually believe he was right, and yeah, I believe he was right.
Mm-hmm. All right. In what ways would you say he was right?
Have you read any of his writings actually?
I honestly, I can't say that I have.
Oh damn.
Just
Well, yeah. Off those writings, there's a few churches that actually started their own beliefs off of those, off of a Manson's own beliefs. So yeah, it's a pretty tough one right there.
right on, man.
But yeah, read some of his stuff, and then you'll be surprised how much is all interconnected with everything. He's even linked up with the Mexican mafia in some small ass way, but it's very funny.
Right on, man. I understand you're also a satanic rapper, or you consider yourself the first Levian satanic rapper. Is that right?
Yes. When I say first Levain satanic rapper, because I was in the Church of Satan at the time, so I had the right to say that.
Right. Hmm? Okay. Tell me a little bit about your music.
My views?
Your music.
Oh. Yeah, to me, it's basically me rapping about my life. Uh, People assume that it was just me rapping about satanic shit, like about murdering babies, this and that, whoop de whoop. But no. It's just me rapping about what I do every single day. And to me, that's satanic.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, basically just, being yourself and just being straight up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just, just I mean, that's true freedom too, I think, and not putting yourself in a box or under a certain, like saying, well, under whether it be politically or, you know, philosophically, because Satanism is like, well, let me ask you this. Would you say Satanism is a very broad term?
In terms of what?
In terms of philosophy?
Not broad in the sense of philosophy, because I feel like it's very niche, like a very small circle, you know?
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people, a lot of Satanists tend to lose friends or family because once that label gets put on them, a lot of people are like, oh, like I don't know if I want to be around that person. Like there's been girls that I've had over in the past, and then they see that shit and they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to kick it here, or people are like in the family like, oh, don't talk to him. Look what he's into. You get a lot of that.
Yeah, of course. You just remind me of a situation similar to that. I was in my studio. I have all these pictures with all these celebrities, and there's one where I'm with Stan LeVay, and this guy he knew who he was, and he was already scared. Like, oh man, I don't think I should even be here. This and that with you.
I feel you, man. But all right. Well, is there anything that you want to go ahead and plug before we call it a show?
Other than all my books, I would say check out all my movies, because I have some great movies out there. Like if you're familiar with an old cult classic called Rattlers, I'm in the sequel.
Oh, sweet.
But
all right.
Man, I've done so much.
Yeah, I see you. You're always with celebrities. You're always doing movies. You're writing books. You're doing music. You're all over the place, man.
I've been glowing up the last 3 years in a way.
Yeah, definitely. And I also understand you're gonna be part of the Witches Sabbath coming up.
Oh yeah, gotta support the homies right there.
Mm-hmm. Right on, right on. All right. Well, everyone who's watching, I will have all of Knife's links below in the video description if you want to go ahead and give him a follow on all his social media. Check out his music. He's recording a new album. I'm gonna have a link where you can actually buy his album that he has currently out now, and his books as well. Knife, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
been
for having
fun,
me.
man. You're
And I
welcome.
guess an ending,
Yeah.
hell fucking Satan. We put the
Hell
fucking
Satan.
back in Satanism.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. Everyone who's watching, like and subscribe to Dark Sorcery.